All right, iFocus Journal, August 13th, 12:43 p.m. in the afternoon. Moving the schedule around a little bit. Hit the cold DMs this morning after my yoga and breath work, of course. 19 targeted personalized cold outreach DMs in an hour. I don't know if that's good or bad. It's probably slow. I don't know, but they're coming along. And then I did an hour or so afterwards of follow up and just starting to build connections there. That'll take a little bit, but I think networking and cold outreach is a great strategy. I actually talked about it in one of my conversations. We were talking about, what our plan is on X or for business. And at first I was like, I thought I was here to build a business, but it's really to build your network. Use X to build your network and the rest will fall into place. So I had a realization when I was doing the outreach. But anyway, okay, so 19 down. I skipped yesterday because I was procrastinating by, I guess, rationalizing scheduling an order and making a big deal out of nothing. It's so fucking annoying. Like, how do you cure that? Anyone know? Anyway, so, but I'm starting to get a better schedule down. Tuning the engine each day. So on that note, tuning the engine, I don't know if I talked about this yet, but like I mapped out the growth engine for iFocus Labs and iFocusHQ and getting people on the software. And I'll pull it up here, but it seems overwhelming, especially as a solopreneur. You got to wear every hat and you're responsible for, all aspects from the very tippy top of the funnel all the way to the end. And there's like a lot of moving parts. So I mapped out like what really needs to be done and what my most efficient strategy was. And then I'm reading the Lean Startup and trying to take the minimum viable product and the lightest, leanest engine to start. And I was able to cut a lot of stuff out. So what I start, I don't know if this is a term or not already, but I'm calling it the minimum viable growth engine. Okay, so I'll do a screen share here. So I realized that there's a lot I want to do and stressed about content and shit and getting that out, but really it's not even part of, now down the line we'll do it of course, but it's not even part of the minimum viable growth engine. All you really need is associates, the offer, trials, paying customers. That's how you get from leads to final sales in the most efficient way possible, or so I think. So that's what my current bet is. Okay, so then I'm going to spend, really, that's why I switched my schedule around. I'm going to be spending a lot more time networking and doing cold outreach. This is my biggest lever, especially right now, especially if you're only doing the 3 KPIs of leads, sales, first value, or whatever, any order. First thing I got to do is get leads, obviously. And then maybe content or ads or whatever would get leads, but a lot, they would come after, or much slower than developing an affiliate network. So I think it's a higher leverage task. And of course the wins from the affiliates will flow into iFocus Journal content, and the wins from the customers and clients and entrepreneurs and business owners and business builders, that'll go in the case studies of iFocus Labs. And then they'll overlap, but at least it has a clearly outlined system. So whatever. So I realized that these are the simplest, leanest things I need to focus on, and these are the metrics that I'll start to track. And then only after this engine is fine-tuned and running, then I'll expand into, of course I'll put in nurture sequence and onboarding and stuff when I can, and I've started doing it already, but it was just eye-opening to see that we can now focus on literally 4 things, but which is essentially one thing right now. One thing, hyper-focused, and then all content on the back end will be focused towards this as well. Affiliates and audience owners who have digital entrepreneurs, as their target avatar. And another thing, I don't know if I wrote it down on one of these journals here or not, but changing my perfect intro again in my tag, just to start narrowing the messages. I think the most recent one was, I help content creators build, market, and sell their online course, which is good, and I like it, but I've been held up. There's not a problem, a problem to solve that's emotionally driven, and a pain that someone's willing to pay money to solve, basically. But escaping the system, that's brutal, and that's what got me out. I just realized, this life is not for me. I cannot be a time slave, okay? I want time, money, and location freedom. So it's all the same thing, but just the messaging I'm trying to now I help digital entrepreneurs escape the system and create freedom through content, community, and course creation. So it's the same product and the same pretty much the same messaging, just tailored in a little bit different way to hopefully attract the right person that has the right pain at the right time. And the more I think about it, that is and was me. That's exactly who I want to help. Basically, be their co-founder. Guide them on this mission. Give them all the software and the tools to do it, and then give them the resources and the community and the help they need to succeed, because everyone can do this in any niche that they want. Create content, create a community, create courses, solve problems, create wins, create case studies that create more content. The iFocus Freedom Flywheel. It's easy, but just got to get the flywheel started. That's the hardest part. So that's what I'm up against now. Going to get back to hitting the DMs. I'm going to, and what I'm also going to do, I think I was also torn about this, about making content. Some days I just want to live off the grid and, run an online business from a computer and be anonymous, but it's hard to deny the fact that it's a compounding asset, increasingly higher value, especially as time goes on. And if I want to build the business that I want to build, I have no choice but to create content. So if I'm going to create it, I'm going to make it good too. So I'm not saying this is good, but I'm saying what I'm going to do is actively work on putting out better content and, making better videos, better ideas. So I'm winging it. I'm just going to keep putting out reps for now until it kind of falls into place. So I just move the schedule around. The bulk of the day is cold outreach and networking to build the affiliate network, to solve problems for their audience, and they can make money in the meantime. That's a much better pitch. And then amazing customer service on the back end. Improve the onboarding, improve the product, improve the automations, and increase the value of the community overall, obviously. So I think that's it. Might have lost my train of thought, may have not. But oh yeah, in terms of that, so that's the morning, help their audience, and then the afternoon, I'll create an audience of my own via content. So, but I'll put a little more effort and work into make good videos. I'll start getting some good topics and trying to track the right customer avatar. And then I'll document my findings along the way, because it's all an experiment. So that's what this is for. I want to see what works and what doesn't, and then I'll have this to look back on to improve and iterate over time. So until next video.